Good evening, everybody. I want to make a quick video here. I just returned home from my trip to Death Valley, California for the 10K I've been running. If you hear any strange screaming in the background, that's my nephew's attempting to take a bath. This is a horrible nightly thing we go through, but it is what it is. So, disclaimer there. Anyway, two quick things I wanted to talk about. Anybody who's going to train for an endurance run, which 10K doesn't seem like too far, it's 6.2 miles, but if you're not used to running long distance, that's fucking long distance, and it's not easy, and I definitely did not do it correctly. It's not like I started 3 months out and ran, 10 minutes a day for a week, and the next week ran 20 minutes a day, and up and up and up. Basically, I just thought I was in good enough shape between me lifting weights and working at the kickboxing gym that I could get away with just every Sunday. I would just run for an hour and see how far I could get. And that was painful because Sunday night and Mondays I would be completely wiped out. Your body just isn't used to that long of a run. Your legs aren't used to it. Your joints aren't used to it. So do not recommend the training strategy that I used, which was a once a week hour-long run. So just a heads up on that if anybody's training for something like that. And don't think because you think that you're in good shape that you can just handle a long endurance run. It's completely different than, how you feel while you're working out or you're doing a HIIT workout or some kind of short cardio session. Long distance is long distance, and it makes a difference. Now, with that being said, a big learning thing that I had during this race was the strength of mind and how far you can really push yourself when you don't realize it. And the reason I say that is anybody who knows me knows that I'm a complete hypochondriac. I have multiple sclerosis. I have irritable bowel syndrome. I have a horrible generalized anxiety disorder and a panic disorder. I'm on 50 million medications, crazy shit like that. And if I don't have my routine, it really, really bugs me. If I don't have, if I'm not properly hydrated, if I didn't eat enough good food the day before, I just assume everything's going to go to hell. It's not going to work out. So we ended up having to leave a day early because of the snowstorm that came in. And as soon as we got to where we were going, the diet was off. So we were just eating crap food, wasn't drinking enough water. I was severely dehydrated. And again, wasn't eating properly, and this was days out, and by the time the race came, it had been a week since I had worked out or ran, so I just kind of assumed that I wasn't really going to be able to do it at all, and my goal was to be able to get it done in an hour, so I just thought I was going to fail miserably, didn't even really think I was going to be able to finish the race without stopping and having to walk for a while, and with all that being said, I ran the entire thing. My goal was to get done in an hour. I got done in 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 38 seconds, so I was roughly 5 minutes behind my goal, but I made it the entire way. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do that because I didn't have my proper nutrition. I didn't have my good food. I was having a hard time going to the bathroom, and that was, from the flight and, other different things. I just didn't feel good. Again, I was severely dehydrated, big time lack of water, and I just didn't think it was going to work. But as soon as you get in that zone, I've beaten it to death, but I used the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule. Really, they did it because they announced the race. They're like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And we did. And once we got started, the first mile was really rough. I'd say the first 2 miles was pretty rough. After that, smoothed out for the next mile or so. And then by mile 4, I was in the zone, and I was actually able to pick up my pace, and then I started picking out people who I wanted to beat. There was 3 or 4 people in front of me who I wanted to catch before I got to the finish line, and I was able to do it. And I actually felt okay afterwards, but in my head going into it, like I said, I didn't even think I was going to be able to run the entire thing. All I had done is run on a treadmill for an hour. One time I made 6 miles, but that was on a treadmill, which is way easier to run on. There's no hills or anything like that. I wasn't using an incline. The treadmill pushes your feet back for you. It's completely different than running outside. So long story short, I felt completely unprepared, but I got my mind in the right spot. Don't know how I did it, but I got it in the right spot, and it worked out. So that was actually a big learning experience for me, that if you, I don't want to say push yourself, but your mind is a lot stronger than you think it is. So yeah, take that for what it's worth and try to work it into your daily life schedule and all that good shit. Because I don't know, like I said, big time learning experience. So that's how my training went. Again, I don't recommend doing it that way. And I hate running. I want to preface that as well. The only reason I do this is because my dad is going on 70 years old. He likes going out to the desert. He walks these races. He's got a fake hip and he's had a million surgeries. He's just in bad shape, but he likes to do it. So that's the only reason I did it anyway. So I'm done running long distance for the time being. But either way, don't train the way I did. If you're running long distance, train smarter. But again, keep in mind that when you think that you're done and you're not going to be able to do it anymore, you can keep going. So give that a shot. Let us know how it goes. Have a good night.